This week's Torah portion, we finally finish the book of Exodus, which is known as the book of redemption. And the reason why it's known as the book of redemption is obviously the stories of Exodus begin with the Jewish people leaving Egypt. But then it continues. What's halfway through the book, it discusses the receiving of the Torah and then finally building the temple in the desert for the Jewish people. And the question is, these are all wonderful things, but why is Exodus only over after they build the temple? Exodus really ended when they left Egypt. They left their slavery. They were a free nation. They've been a free nation for a long time at this point. So why exactly is it that only at the end of the building of the temple are they really free? And the answer given is beautiful, that sometimes we have physical freedom, and yes, the Jewish people had physical freedom, but until they find themselves, until they find a way to connect to God, until they find a way to connect and live themselves the best way possible, you're not really free. And when they constructed the temple and they built the temple, this is a place they could go, they could pray, they could find themselves. And when a person finds himself, that's when they truly are free. We'll now continue with the singing of Lechadodi, the song we sing Friday night, written by the great Rabbi of Shlomo Alkabitz in the late 1400s. Lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Hishmiyanu kel hamyuchad Hashem echad Ushma hoyachad L'shem sefer ez v'lesilah Chadodi likras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Likras Shabbos l'chuvin elcha Ki mekor haberacha Meirosh mikedem nesucha Sov ma'aseh b'machshavot chila Lechadodi likras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Mikdash melech Ir melucha kumitzi mitoch ha'afecha Rav lach shevet b'yemekabacha V'hu yachamol alayichem lechadodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisnarim yafar kumi Livshi bigdei sefartei chalmi Al yad ben yishai beis halachmi Karva el nafshi gi yahala lechadodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisahoreri Ki v'horechu miyori Uri shir daberi Kavod Hashem alayich nigla Lechadodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela V'hayulim shisa shahosayich V'rachaku kameh v'halayich Yasis alayich elokayich Kim sozcha sanal kala Lechadodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Yamin usmal tehefrotzi V'yes Hashem daritzi Al yad ben yishai beis halachmi Karva el nafshi gi ala lecha Dodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Bawi b'shalom Ateres ba'ala Gamberina ovitzahala Tochem uneyam segula Ba'wikala lecha dodi lekras kala Oneg Shabbat nekabela. This week in synagogues across the world, we will be blessing the new moon, the month of Nisan, also known as the month of spring, the time of spring. As beautifully as it works out, the weather is just starting to turn this past week and a half. Beautiful weather outside into the spring, and spring is so important for the holiday of Passover. And the question is why? Because Passover represents the Jewish people leaving Egypt, and God wanted to ensure that when they left Egypt, the weather was nice and beautiful, they can enjoy the weather. But the question is, do the Jewish people really care? They were slaves for so many years. This is their chance to get out. Did it really matter to them if it was a little bit too hot, a little bit too cold? Why did the weather need to be perfect? And the answer is that although they didn't care, but God still wanted to make it perfect for them, which shows God's relationship with us. Even when things work out in our favor and things are well, God still tries to make it a little bit extra perfect so we can enjoy it as much. And that's how we have to look at our relationship with God, that it's not just about the things that we do for Him and things He does for us, but the relationship about trying to make everything the best possible, both ways, is what we have to should look and strive for in our lives. We're now finished with the singing of Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'es Nasa B'Chevso Kol Azai Mehelech Shemo Nikra V'Yacharei Kechlos HaKol Levahado Yimloch Nora V'Haya V'Hoveh V'Hu Yiyeh B'Sifara V'Hu Echad V'Yein Sheni Hamshilo Lehachvira Bili Reishis, Bili Sachlis, Velo Hod, V'Hamizra, V'Hu Keli, V'Chai Goali, V'Tur Chevli, V'Yes Nasa, V'Hu Nisi, Umanosli, Minas Kosi, B'Yom Ekra, B'Yahado, Avkid Ruchi, V'yezishan v'yahira v'yemrochi gev'yasi Ado Shem li v'lo v'ira. And have a happy and healthy week, a great weekend, a great Shabbat. We'll see everybody next week.